I'm Elaine and welcome to my channel. Well, tomorrow our church is having a Super Bowl Sunday dinner, which the soup is spelled, Super Bowl is S-O-U-P''R, Bowl Sunday. And what we're going to do is after the morning service, we're going to meet in our fellowship hall and we're going to have soup and salads and different things like that and desserts. Well, I'm going to be making my broccoli cheese soup, which I will link a recipe down below in the description since I've already done a video on that one. But I will also be making a dessert. I'm going to be making something we used to make a lot in the 1980s. It was called Striped Delight. And it is very, very good, very easy to make. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. Okay, now to make the crust, you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and you're going to need 1 stick of melted butter. And we're going to put that in, mix that together and put that in a 9 by 13 pan. Just kind of press it down in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can also add you can add a full cup of crushed pecans to this and make a nut crust. I'm not doing that because I am taking it to a church dinner tomorrow, and I do not want to risk anybody having an issue with nuts. So we'll just play it safe and leave the nuts all the way out of this. So that's what you'll need for the crust. And now for the filling, you're going to need 1 package of chocolate pudding. This is a 3.9 ounce package, and you're just going to mix this up according to the package directions and then let it set for a little bit. Then you're also going to need 2 packages of softened cream cheese, and mine is good and soft now. And you're going to need 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. And hold on for a minute, I forgot to get that out to show you. Sorry about that. I already thought I had that out, but I didn't. And you're going to need some whipped topping. This is an 8 ounce package of whipped topping. And we want to make sure that that is thawed out. You don't want to do this with it frozen. I know in the stores it's usually frozen when you buy it. But we're going to make sure that that is thawed. I didn't do that one time, and I made this to take to some kind of dinner I was having back when I was in college, and it turned into soup. But anyway, you're going to divide this in half, so we're only going to use half of this for the filling. And then for the topping, you're going to use the other half of it and just spread it on there. So easy, easy, easy to make this. So I'm going to start with my crust, and we're just going to pour that right in. And I'm going to start mixing that together, just using my fingers, because I'm going to use my fingers to press it into my dish anyway. Okay, so we're just going to start mixing this real good. So, and it's going to be like a dough-like consistency when you get it done. So, I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, and so see, this is what you have when this is mixed together. Now I'm going to take my 9 by 13 dish, and I'm going to just put that down, and we're going to start mixing that in. Pressing that in. So we're just going to start pressing that down. And because I didn't add that half a cup or that cup of nuts to this, I may have to make a second recipe. It looks like I'm going to have to. So if you're not using nuts, you're going to need 2 cups of flour and another stick of butter. So hold on for a minute and I'm going to get that ready. Okay, I am making my second part of this crust. You can see it covered about 3/4 of it, so I'm going to put a little more in here. My dog is coughing over there. Hope she's okay. She's just started that. Maybe just got a little something irritating her, but anyway, I'm just going to press this little extra into this just to make sure I got enough crust. on this. So you just press this down, all you do. Yeah, and that's going to be good. Right there. I don't think I want any more. You put a little right there. That looks kind of thin. Okay. Alright. So now I have this mashed into my 9x13 baking dish. And I'm going to bake this crust at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's done. So I have had my oven preheating, by the way, to 350. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I will be back with you when it cools down and it's ready to do the rest of the filling. Okay, I just took my crust out of the oven. It took it about 15 minutes. And you can see it's just brown around the edges and a little bit browned on top. It smells a lot like a shortbread cookie. So what I'm going to do, we don't want to mix any of this together while it's cooling, so I'm just going to set this over and let it cool. Set it out of the way. Okay, now, while it was in the oven, I mixed up my chocolate pudding according to the package directions. And I wanted that to kind of set up a little bit, and it has. So we're just going to leave it in the bowl until till the crust cools, and then I will be back with you to let you know what to do next. Okay, my crust is cooled down. Now you want this completely cool because you don't want to melt your other ingredients that you're putting in here. So now I'm going to take that pudding I made up while this was baking, and I wanted it to set up good, which it has. And we're just going to take that pudding and we're going to spread it out on this crust. And again, this was a 3.9 ounce box of instant chocolate pudding. Now, you don't necessarily have to use chocolate. If you don't like chocolate pudding, you could use pistachio or just about any other kind of pudding that you enjoy. But the original recipe to this always called for chocolate pudding. This recipe goes back to the 1980s. It was real popular back then. And I've taken this to a lot of church dinners and different parties, whatever, you know, where I needed to bring something, and set that down there for a minute. Okay, and we're just going to spread this out evenly over that crust. Okay, so there's our layer of chocolate pudding. Now I'm going to wash up my bowl and show you what we're going to do next. So I'll be right back. Okay, now to my mixing bowl, I have added my 2 packages of softened cream cheese. And I'm just going to dump in my confectioner's sugar. This was 2 cups confectioner's sugar. And I'm going to take my Cool Whip. And I should have opened that package beforehand, but I didn't. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take my whipped topping, and I'm going to kind of cut this down in half, like so, and I'm going to add half of it to my mixer. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is mix all this together until this is light and fluffy, and when it gets to that point, I'll be right back with you because I don't want to do this on camera. That mixer is too noisy, and plus it shakes my camera around. So I'll be back when I get that done. Okay, I have beat my cream cheese and my whipped topping and my confectioner's sugar together, and you can see how nice and fluffy that turned out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this right on top, spread that right on top of the chocolate pudding. So let's do that. I'm going to just start putting that on, and dollops all over it. And then I'll just spread it around like so. If you get a little bit of the chocolate mixed into it, that's okay. That's not going to hurt a thing. So don't worry about that if that happens. And you can see it happened to me right there. It kind of mixed in a little bit. That's okay. Not going to hurt a thing. Okay, now let's get this, finish getting this spread out. Okay, almost got it. We're going to go all the way over to the edge. I'm trying not to get in too much more of that chocolate into it. You can't help it when you go all the way over to the edge. You're going to wind up getting some. Put that little bit there so that I can close that little opening up. Okay, just about it. Okay, this is also a good recipe for Valentine's Day coming up. If you had a Valentine's Day party at work or something that you were having and you wanted to take something kind of sweet and chocolatey, this would be it. And that would be really good. Okay. Now I'm going to take my remaining Cool Whip, this was the last layer, and we're just going to go on top of it. Now you may need an extra carton of Cool Whip. As it turned out, I did. So we're just going to spread this on, make this final layer. Now what you can do with this final layer, if you want to, is you can garnish this with maybe some crushed up chocolate cookies or some nuts, crushed nuts, or if you don't have any nut allergies or anyone that you're going to be bringing this to doesn't have any. Or you can use mini chocolate chips would work well. Pretty much any kind of thing, crushed up candy or any kind of thing that would make it pretty. I have some regular sized chocolate chips. I don't know. I think the regular ones would be too big though, don't y'all? So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is because I don't have any cookies to crush up. Alright. And there we have it. There is our layered dessert. I don't know on the sides if you can see the layering, but because I'm not going to cut this, because like I say, it's going to church with me tomorrow, so I'm not going to cut it or serve it today, but this is what we have. And it is going to be very good. I think the church people will enjoy that. So, okay, before I go, I just wanted to show you real quick that I took my chocolate chips and I put them in my food processor. And this is what I got. So I have garnished this with some chocolate chips just to make it pretty and look a little festive for tomorrow. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll definitely try this recipe. Like I say, it's very, very easy to make. And I'm sure that your family will enjoy that very much. So y'all have a wonderful day, and if you did enjoy my video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and also consider leaving a comment because we do enjoy reading your comments. So y'all, again, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.